Hello truckers, welcome back to American Truck Simulator with realistic economy. And at the start I almost got clipped by that car there. That's why I slammed on the brakes. I figured it's going to start that way, so I'm going to drive very cautiously as much as I can, and it'll probably last about 5 more minutes and I'll hit something or run a red light or something's going to happen. Hopefully not. Anywho, I just left the gas station, fuel station that we slept at last night. We made about 10 grand overnight, and we're headed up to pick a load of empty pallets, I believe. And I do know we're headed to Dallas. I just forgot where we got to go. I think it's to Walmart, honestly, though. So that's where we're going. We're going to Walmart. We are in Huntsville, Texas, currently. And I would like to get a day without having any fines or anything like that. I mean, 2 days ago, it was kind of bad. Kind of bad? That's an understatement. It was really, really bad. Yesterday was not as bad. Am I going into Walmart to pick up this load? I think so. Am I going in here? Yeah, we're going in here. Open? You gonna open? Alright, so it must be the right spot here. Oh, is that what we're going to? We're going to a budget. A budget rental? And is it this trailer here? Not that trailer there. Nope, that trailer there. Whole bunch of Walmart trailers. Back in nice and slowly, and then jam it in. No, try to be gentle with it if I can. Yeah, that's gentle. I thought that was going to lock in, no problem. Might have to lower my my rear axle. Maybe that's the problem here. Not starting out good. All right, we are somewhat in. R1 should have been good. I was in R3. Let's put that back to R3. Now that I'm attached to it, it's 36,000 pounds of used packing, and Dallas Walmart is where we're going. Going to get paid $718. Hopefully that's all profit. Let's get out of here and get on the road. So technically I've been to Dallas before, but that was on the coast to coast map. So when we get there, it's not going to say I discovered Dallas because I already have. Just checking out for traffic. Oh, no. This is not good. You know what's going to happen here. Hey, buddy, don't even start. You're the one that came around that corner like that. Just go. Just go. You got the whole parking lot you can go to. You think I can make that corner with you there? No, here it goes. He doesn't want to give me any room. He's going to wait for me to go. Let's try not to take out the stop sign. Think I can make it around the stop sign. Oh, now he goes. I'm just not. I don't think I'm in the mood for this today. I've already almost been hit, and now I got someone coming into the parking lot honking their horn at me when they got the room to go around. Yeah, I think Texas is not meant for me at this point. But, you know, only in Texas you'd find a dune buggy on the road. Anywho, let's get out of Huntsville at this point. I mean, at least it's entertaining, I would think. What is that over there? That is a recruitment center, it looks like. Did not get close enough to it to go ding. Looks like I almost had to drive in there to activate it. Let me guess, this is one I actually got to be in the turning lane before I actually get up to the turning lane. There's like a turning lane for at a stoplight, then you got to go through the stoplight and then get to another stoplight. Never been to Texas, so I'm not quite used to that, but maybe some other areas have that kind of a thing. Just as long as I get to Dallas and not have to pay any kind of fines, and then where we go from there, I don't know. So this is an external contract, so yeah, we can't go above 65. Trying to get my 15 deliveries in. That's a quick light. I'm not getting a ticket today. I'm just not. I'm just not. But yeah, we're trying to get the 15 external contracts done, which is in Texas. They got to be over 100 miles in journey, which this one is, and it's got to be to or from a city I have not delivered to before for an external contract. So I've been writing them down. We've gotten 6 done out of the 15. This will be number 7, and then we'll figure out where to go after we get to Dallas. We'll let the external contracts decide. We're kind of going to be on the northern end of Texas, so maybe we'll head somewhere south. We're just zigzagging everywhere, basically. I thought originally when I came to Texas I was going to do some kind of a pattern, but yeah, like always, the deliveries will determine where you're going most of the time. Figure I'm getting on the interstate, so I want to be in this left lane. I'm kind of getting the traffic patterns here in Texas. They're just a little bit different than what I'm used to. And day by day, we are getting closer to that $125,000, $130,000 in the bank account, which means trading in this truck, we're climbing awfully fast. And then after we trade in the truck, we either got to upgrade a garage or buy a new garage before we can get ourselves some more people in the fleet. I've been kind of aiming for getting up to about 25 drivers max-ish, somewhere around there. And I think we're around 18 or so. And we're actually going to the city I would kind of prefer to buy a garage in. I don't know why, but ever since I heard about Texas coming out, it's like, I need a garage in Dallas. I don't know why. It just seems like a good thing, and maybe I'll even change my location from Salt Lake City down to Dallas. That way, every time the map is reset, we'll be starting closer to where the new maps will come out. Now, I did mention this an episode or two ago. I wonder what the next DLC is, and one person said Oklahoma was said to be the next map. I didn't see that. I'm just reading what the comment says, so I can't say. I mean, that would be logical because this is north of Texas. I think they could probably put North and South Dakota together as one map, but they're still big states. But Texas, I think, would be the biggest state, at least in lower 48. I always can't remember. Is Alaska a little bit bigger than Texas? I don't remember. Either way, Texas was a huge, or is a huge map that they just dropped in for us. Plenty of travel time. Plenty of areas to get around to. And we're going to be here until we visit every city. And there was like 20 cities. We've already been to 6 of them, so Slowly but surely, we're knocking them off. Let's see, we're going to get there around 11 o'clock. Okay. So it all depends on what we get for the next load. Might only get 2 deliveries done today. We shall see. Unless we find a short one somewhere. And if we can't find one, then I'll just take a regular delivery somewhere. That way we won't be late on our external contract deliveries. Traffic does seem kind of light on these interstates, though. But usually traffic seems to pick up when your exit is coming up and you decide, hey, I'm going to go past this car or truck. And then the traffic just happens to be where you can't get back into that right lane. The next thing you know, there's your exit. I almost feel like I just drive over in this far left lane. That way, I don't have to worry about people switching lanes, or I would have to switch lanes. Oh, there's a car. The car that was behind that truck, he is now in the middle lane. Nope, now he moved over to the far right lane. Just double check. I am going to Dallas, right? Yeah, it's okay. Just want to make sure of that. The way it's been going here the last couple of episodes here in Texas, just hasn't gone that well. You've seen it. If I can get through the day without any sort of penalties, that would be fabulous. But I think I'm kind of cursed with the traffic here in Texas. Although looking at mentioning the traffic last episode where I went through that red light, it was mostly yellow when I went through it. It was green, then it went yellow, but before I got like my cab through the intersection, it did switch to red. So yeah, it was kind of like, yeah, it was okay, but then not okay. So it's kind of like 50-50. I'm gonna get pulled in here. Why am I getting all green lights at the way stations in Texas? At least that's working for me. And then of course, last episode I did get into an accident, which I'm not taking blame for that one. I mean, even though last episode I had 2 penalties, you know, they weren't as bad as the day before that, where it was accident, red light, you know, a whole bunch of stuff. That bus didn't give 2 you-know-whats about pulling out into traffic. Oh, we're only 60 miles out of Dallas, so I got to be a little bit careful here. And I'm sure when we get to Dallas, there's going to be interchanges everywhere. So I'm probably going to be focused a little bit on the GPS to make sure I take the correct ramps. Don't miss a turn. I'm pretty sure there's going to be interchanges everywhere. Do seem to be dropping some frames once in a while driving around Texas. It's just a quick little stutter and that's about it. Montana, driving around, I had a couple of issues driving around the factories, the big factories up there. Ooh, I think I'm getting off here. Yes, I can turn in the lane I'm in. Then I'm going to this way. road doesn't really even go that way for us. You can see on the GPS, it doesn't show the road there. So there was a barricade there, but I got those turned off. But every time I get to, well, it's only 55 through here. My apologies. But every time I get to an interchange, I'm nervous of a car coming off somewhere. And for a long time, I didn't even really look that much. I mean, for a long time, we didn't... I say we. I always like to involve you guys into it. But I didn't get into many accidents at all. I don't want to say many. We weren't getting into any accidents. Red light violations. The only ones I was getting was turning at a red and maybe not coming to a full stop. Speeding tickets, I gotten a few, but those were few and far between as well. Victor A couldn't find a job. We have not seen that scroll across the bottom of the screen for a while. $800 for fuel maintenance. You drove a long way back home, buddy. This is our exit coming up. Oh, we are 4 miles out. Okay. We are here. That was a rough interchange right there. Light is green. I hope it's green. And by the way, when I mentioned about that statue, I think that was last episode, someone said they believe it was Sam Houston, and that makes perfect sense, because we were in Houston. Yeah, that's right. Turn your direction light on after you make the turn. That's always good. And here is a Walmart, and that's where we should be going. And I see my parking spot where I need to bring it on in. Does Walmart have a heavy load here? No, it's just forklifts. Alright, let's see how this goes. Well, there's no cars around here, so... shouldn't be too difficult. But I've been multiplying the difficulty because of my bad driving lately. I'll start off in R3. Gonna ding for me somewhere, right there. Well, a delivery that went pretty good, but that was an easy delivery though. All right, so we can mark Dallas off the list. Almost leveled up, so we're at 7 of 15. Let's go ahead into the job market, external contracts, and let's see what I can find going. Well, we're in Dallas here. I'm surprised it allows me to look up Fort Worth, because I haven't been to Fort Worth, but Fort Worth contracts came up. Where is Van Horn? Oh, way over there. Okay. Brownsville. Ooh, that would have been nice, but I don't want to go that far. Wait, what time is it? So I got about 6 hours left on my clock. 6 hours. Huntsville we've been to. We just came from there. Lufkin. But that's kind of like the way we just came, so I don't want to be going back down the same road. Something to Wichita Falls. Or up there. Wait, there's one to Alp. There we go. We can go to there. delivering Kenny trucks. And that's paying pretty darn good for the short mileage that we're going. Well, that's out of Fort Worth. That's good. We can do that. I wonder if that'll count twice, because I'll be taking a load from a city I haven't done before and going to the city I haven't been to yet. Let's try getting 2 birds with 1 stone here. And yeah, our truck is more than fine. And it's over 100 miles. Yeah, 216 miles, so we're good there. That's a nice background photo. I did see today, as I'm recording this on Friday, that ProMods has an update to their Canada map. So if you're interested in looking that up, the link to the description to the ProMods website should be in the description below. I don't know, I didn't read the email to see if they added to the map or what have you. But the ProMods team did a great work on ETS2. It's just going to take them a while to get the Canada map up and going. So we're going to have to bobtail it for a while. Got 60 miles to go to get to our destination, so that's going to, you know, we should be fine on time for the day. So I'll get there around noon. I do believe it's like a 4-hour trip, so we should get done somewhere probably right around 5 o'clock, honestly. That scared the living daylights out of me, but that's just my loan payment. Well, everyone should be turning there because they got barricades right there. We don't want any tickets, so slow down. It's only 35 through here. Okay, I'm at a full stop. Direction lights on. No, fine. Alright. Ooh, what is this? Is this a roller coaster? Looks like an amusement park. Six Flags, maybe? Is that what's in Dallas? Is Six Flags? I don't know. Six Flags Great Adventure. That'd be kind of cool. And maybe they do. I don't know this, I'm just thinking about it. If they had deliveries to the amusement park for like parts of a roller coaster that they're assembling. Of course, it's kind of what I'm doing in Farming Simulator on Silver Run Forest. Are we going to the right here? I think so. Put it on cruise. So far, other than the fines and all that stuff in Texas, I'm enjoying it. Everything looks rather well. It's going to be a long time, though, before they get up to the areas I'm very familiar with. The northeastern of the United States. It'll be like probably the last parts that they get to. Maybe in 2028 they'll get there. Actually, Actually, who knows? Maybe by 2026. Maybe. I think we talked about it in the community for a while. How many years is it going to take them to get the whole lower 48 into the game? And I think a lot of us at first said about 10 years. No, I do want this exit. Wasn't paying attention. Luckily, there was no car in the inside lane because, well, that would have been completely my fault. But back in 2016, I remember we were talking around and said, yeah, probably about 10 years. But we are approaching 2023, which is hard to believe. So they got about 3-4 years. And I don't think that's going to happen. But you never know. Just never know. Alright, it says it's a Swift that we're going to. Yep, the sign did change. We'll go up here. Swing around. Looks like the same model truck across the board. I do like how some of these pickups are now getting in tighter spots. I think an R1 would be good for this one because I gotta kind of sneak around this car that's parked here. But I think my Kingpin's gonna be roughly lined up well. I can't even see that car. Oh, there it is. No, I'm off a little bit. How far can I stick my head out the window? There we go. Not too bad. Only my second try. These are going to weigh quite a bit, I think. We'll just say 58,000 pounds. And actually, there's a Peterbilt right down around the corner, so that makes sense why there's Kenny's here. If you're probably saying, what doesn't make sense? They're pretty much made by the same manufacturer. Yeah, on first gear, that's probably way too low when you're already rolling. So it looks like we'll get there. It says 3:30, so this will probably be my last delivery of the day. By the time I drop this off and actually get to a rest area, it'll be just before 5 o'clock, depending on where we're at. And since we've been driving longer hours the last 2 days, yeah, getting done early is not the worst thing in the world. Trying to keep an eye on my cargo back there. go. We're all set, off and running. So this should actually count 2 times, like I said, towards my contracts. Because I haven't taken or delivered anything to Fort Worth. So we're taking something from there. And bringing it to... That was kind of weird. Where am I going again? Abilene? Abilene, I can make it. No, I believe we'll get there just in time. So that's the way I would pronounce it. Abilene. We are getting paid pretty good just to go, we'll just say 200 miles. We're getting paid like, you know, $1,300. Although we do got a lot of expensive cargo behind us. If those Kennys are, you know, high-end Kennys, they're like $225,000 a piece. So like $750,000 worth of cargo back there. Now, I do have to be careful because, unlike other stuff where they're inside of a trailer or on a flatbed or what have you, if I were to hit something, the trailer takes some of the damage. The cargo, most of the time, is fine. The cargo is the trailer. Abilene is this way, says the sign above. Yep, speed limit is 60, but we should be fine at 65. That's less than 10%. Thought about slowing down, but the second I slow down, it's probably going to jump back up to 65. I think. There's a sign right there that says 65. I'll take a photo shot here of Fort Worth. Well, you've probably seen the thumbnail, but it came out rather well, I think. I still would like to see, even though they changed how you do the photos now in ATS, I'm pretty sure they did in ETS 2 as well. I would like to see where you can have more zooming and, you know, panning back a little bit further. Just a little bit more options. Of course, the best way to take photos, if you got the developer command option for you, is to go on there and do the free camera that way. But the only way to do it that way is you got to pretty much stop on the highway because you're going to be free roaming the camera. $1:30 in the afternoon already. This day is cruising on through. Got a work zone up ahead somewhere. Speed limit is probably going to be 55 when we go through here, or not. Still says 75. What the heck are we coming up on the right hand side on top of that hill? Oh, that's where they're just doing the mining up there apparently. I don't want to call it landscaping, but excavating. This looks like what they're doing up there. least by taking external contracts, and you get cruising at 65 miles an hour, the RPMs of this engine and the setup that I got is really smooth. If I were doing 75 or 80, the RPMs would be a little bit higher. And on a diesel, this doesn't sound... Seems like it's too many RPMs for a diesel. This delivery here should be just a pull-in delivery, because if I got to back up all these Kennys into a spot, that's not going to go well. Where are we going? We're going to a Kenny dealership. Well, that makes sense. I haven't really... I had a quick look at the Steam page for the achievements for Texas. And I read it once, and they all flooded out of my head. Because I knew it didn't matter too much, because the first thing I'm going to do is just visit every city. Because if I don't do it the first time I'm in that city, in that state, I always say, well, I'll go back to it, and we'll knock them off. And... Hello, Viewpoint. And the one place I kind of did that at and have not been back is Idaho. I think in Idaho I got 2 cities I haven't been to. There are my drivers not finding a job. Now this happens, I would say often, when there's a game update. So the game updated a couple times recently. And for some reason, when the game updates, it's almost like your drivers got to reset and go back to their main garage, or the garage. So we may get some drivers that say couldn't find a job. So the income, even though we had a couple good days there, could be a little slow for a day or two. It's kind of like us when they update the game and it says, oh, we completed your delivery and reset you back, and no penalties will be assessed to you. And it's like, yeah, but that wasn't, that was going to be a good delivery, And what really suck is if you're doing like a long delivery. Let's just say you're going from the Florida Keys up to Seattle, Washington, and you're going to get paid, I don't know how much money at that point. And you're like 100 miles out, and you log back into the game. It's like, oh no. But you can always go back in your Steam inventory, right click on the game, and then revert back to the older version, and you should be right back where you left off. I've had to do that a few times on this series, this Let's Play. There's been a couple times, like recently, I was like, we were in Arkansas, I think it was, maybe a handful of episodes ago, just before Texas, and the game had an update, and all the mods updated that I had, for the most part, and it reset me. It's like, I'm not going to revert the mods and revert myself back to Arkansas. I was like, yeah, we're just going to start in Salt Lake City, Utah again. Alright, wow, we're just 11 miles out. Better get ready to get off this thing. It looks like we're getting off right here. That lane's got to yield, but I'm double checking everything. And the Kenny dealership is right here. Alright, so where am I going with it? Oh, right at the entryway. Oh, I'm in 9th gear, not 3rd gear. That'd be why. I'm like, why are you struggling so? I don't think I got that in there right. Nope, didn't swing it the correct way that I needed to. So now, this is going to go horribly wrong. But maybe I'll get lucky. It's that last truck. Well, I hope I got room to turn around back here, which I think I do. And then I can try this again. And I don't think I can make this corner. I may be in a little bit of trouble here. Yeah, I think those Kennys might be rubbing on the wall a little bit. Just a tad. Yeah, not too bad. We got through there with no signs of damage. You know what? Better yet, let me go over to here instead of going out in the road. Yeah, just when you say, "Oh, this will be easy delivery," we just got to pull on in. We're fine. Hopefully I can get these straightened out a little bit quicker this time. I don't want to look back, just hopefully I get a ding. Oh, no, went too far. Alright, I'm not looking back to see how it is. Alright, but you want to see how it is, right? Can't see on that side. What's the best way to see? Alright, that works, right? That works. Let's go ahead and uncouple that. Alright, so we were sitting at, what, 7 out of 15? Is this going to give me, like, 9 out of 15? Is that going to count as 2? I think we're going to level up as well. Sweet. Continue. And let's see, we got a skill point to use. So it's our last point we're putting into a, I don't want to say important skill. And then we'll do fuel economy. So we're going to go ahead and do that, apply there. So this will make us get 3%. We're going from 2 to 3% higher for finishing an important delivery. And we're going from 4 to 5% higher reward for finishing an urgent delivery. All right. And yes, we went from 7 to up to 9, which is good. So that was Fort Worth. I got to write these down because I don't want to have to... You know when you get down to your last one, you keep delivering like, where did I go? I kind of forgot. And then we're in Abilene? Wait, how do you... Oh, wait. I know I'm probably saying that wrong. Abilene? Abilene. Okay. Abilene to the left, and you can Abilene to the right. And look at that, we're right next to a rest area. Right on down the road. 8 miles on down. That works out well for us. Let's see, do I need to do anything here? I don't think so. I don't think so. But, you know what, since we're doing well on time... Yeah, park and brake would be good. Let's turn that off. Or disengage it. Let's swing around like we did before. Not to the repair station, but yeah, we're going to be short on cash, but why not? We'll go in here. We'll do a little browsing. I'm just going to browse here. And let's see what we got here. Alright, so my trade-in value is $121,000, which is not bad. But let me go and... let me configure this truck here to see how short we would be for this this truck right here. This is a W900? I didn't even see which one. Yeah, W900 day cab. Well, it's not going to be a day cab. Let me configure it out and see, you know, just for curiosity reasons. Well, remember how I said it was going to be just for fun and games? We're going to be buying ourselves a truck. After customizing this truck, the W900, I was in there for about maybe 20, 30 minutes. But yeah, after the trade-in value, I will only have to pay $57,534, which we have. So, what do we have? Well, we got a 625 Caterpillar horsepower engine in there. We have a 13-gear gearbox for us. Our fuel tank's 220. Our paint job is the standard that it was going to be, which was the crimson red. I did the wheels over quite a bit. I do have a wheel mod, and I don't remember if that's in the description below or not. If it is, I'll try to remember to put in the description below. But I got like Michelin tires on here. I did the hubcaps over, so they look all nice. But yeah, this is our truck. So much for the International Eagle and my Texas paint scheme that I was going with. But you got to see it for a few episodes. And maybe changing up to a Kenny will change my luck here in Texas. Who knows? But there we have it. Let's go ahead and just... yeah, do you really want to sell your current truck for $121,584? Yes. And we got ourselves a Kenny. I didn't think this was even going to happen today. Like, I was just pulling for fun and games. Been a while since I've been through one of these cutscenes. Until you get outside, sometimes you don't know how it's going to look like. I'm hoping that the tires, sometimes with the tire customization that I do, it doesn't quite fit on the rims that well. You can see some gaps. But I'm not seeing any gaps around the rims and the tires. If you don't pick the right tire size, it can be a problem. But they are looking rather well. I'll try to remember to put the tire mod in the description below. There's our steering wheel. Let's look on the inside. We got a water bottle, Pepsi bottle, nothing too fancy. I put a Christmas bulb up there because we're kind of getting there. And really nothing else met my fancy. In the back there, we got ourselves a blanket, a duffel bag on the ground, a pillow in the back. Nothing too much. I do hope that that little screen on the right is a GPS. If it's not, then I can put a GPS in the upper left-hand corner. Let's go ahead and skip outside here and see how she looks. Yeah, the tires look good. I don't see any spacing there, so that's good. In the back, yeah, you can see Michelin written on them. You can see the tire grip. They're rated for winter, really. But that means they should be okay in the rain, right? They should be okay in the rain. All right. Let's go in and turn on all the lights, shall we? No, that's not F5, F4, and then 3. If I get the right buttons. Parking lights, low beams, this should be all set. I don't think we're going to see them too well, though. Now, I put a lot of parking lights on top. It might be a little bit too much, but we'll see. It's actually kind of hard to see those. The ones on the sides we can see, but the ones on top we cannot. Let's see how the Caterpillar engine sounds. That's a mod I have installed. Haven't used the Caterpillar engine. Or was that in the International Eagle? Don't know. So we are in neutral. That's how it sounds on the outside. How's it sound on the inside? That does sound good. Now, I'm not going to make this a thumbnail because it's going to be a surprise for me at the end of the episode. It's going to be a little surprise for you as well. And yes, that is the GPS. That's good. Steering wheel is looking good. I thought about bringing Cindy back. I'm going to let you guys decide if you want Cindy back or not. A lot of people had fun with it, so yeah, not too sure. But yeah, that's looking really good. Are my gears the same? I think that's going to be the same transmission that we just had. Yeah, so I'm going to be used to that. But we're left with still $30,000 in the bank account, so I'm thrilled with that. Let me go ahead here. I got to change up. Hang on a second. I got to change. I don't want the trip, oil temp, fuel, and distance. I'm not sure really I need that because with the advisory screen at the bottom, I know how much fuel I have, and usually we fuel up every day, so it doesn't matter. Speed and cruise, trip economy, oil temp. I'll just leave it there for now so I can see my speed and cruise control. Did I mark the... Yeah, I did mark the rest area for us. But I do want to give this engine a good... I mean, this sounds good already. Might be a little bit on the quiet side, but... Oh, wow. Yeah, it definitely sounds different. We're used to the sound of the engine and shifting. But she sounds good. I do like the positioning of the mirrors as well. They seem a lot more convenient to me than the International Eagle. Where the International Eagle, I kind of had to really look left and right to see him. I have not driven a Kenny for a long period of time since the beginning of ATS. Actually, I take that back. I think it was a Peterbilt that I had when ATS first came out. And it wasn't the W900. Pulling in here to gas up because the day's over. It better come full of fuel. Yeah, I'm not going to make this a thumbnail. That way you'll be surprised as much as I am at the end of this episode that we're ending the day with a Kenny. So the last delivery is kind of funny in a way. In our International Eagle, we delivered Kennys to the Kenny dealership, and I told him like, "Hey, I'll buy one." Oh wait, is this the rest area? Yep, it says so. Let's see. The one thing I haven't tried yet. That sounds pretty good. I can dig it. But surprise, surprise. So as for a paint scheme, I think I'm just going to leave it as is for a while. Because, you know, it looks really good. But I'm thinking maybe... somewhere around December 1st, maybe we'll throw a Christmas paint scheme on there. I know it maybe seem kind of weird if, when I do an episode like that, in the future someone watch it, they could be watching it in like July, and they're like, I'm looking at a Christmas paint scheme. Yeah, maybe. It's going to be kind of hard to do it, though, with the windows on the side, so I'll have to come up with something a little creative, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I want to say it's a ways on down the road, because I thought getting a truck was a ways on down the road. That is a good horn. I do like that. I do like the sound of the engine as well. It's going to take me a little while to get used to the sound of the engine when I'm shifting, but yeah, surprise, surprise. We're leaving the day with a W900. Who would have thought? The only thing I didn't like was the big scoop on top of the sleeper cab. I just didn't like the looks of it. I like the lower, sleeker look of it. It looks that much better. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Yeah, surprise, surprise again. Yeah, who knew? But yeah, now we got 30,000. Now we kind of start saving up for a garage, and then going from there. But that's gonna do it for today, guys. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in American Truck Simulator with Realistic Economy. But until then, have a good one.